call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Sooners will put total leather and we'll get started. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Sayin. He's going to go for a big one. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going.
He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And how about the defense setting the tone in this game? First drive, first mistake made for the offense. Nice job forcing the INT. And how about this? They had 3 last week. They're looking to get 3 again this week.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Sooners want to move quickly. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Sooners will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Just keeps moving. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the...
Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
First down for the offense.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Kearney. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Got rid of it just in time. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Back open in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Leaves it with the running back. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. The Sooners in the hurry up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. The play action fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Owens. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Handoff to the lone back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. Williams will pass. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He might want another play. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He'll try to do it himself.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Owens. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my zone and anticipate the quarterback throwing that route, it makes it a little bit easier to defend in the future.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Going up top again. Under fire. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Extending the play. He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick completion on the out route. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Smashes through the tackle. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go back to the air on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Williams looking for a man. Skips away from pressure. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, the unique thing about this defense with their nickel personnel is they're able to disguise what they're doing. They can play a lot of different coverages. They can play man, zone, but they can also bring the nickel player in the box and still be pretty good against the run. That time, pretty good job defending the QB scramble. Let's see what they do here on fourth.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Pulls it in. It's Kearney. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
Runs out of bounds.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams will pass. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Football seven. Set, ready. Music no.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Got enough for the first. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Kent. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that is incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
The Sooners need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Sooners!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that drive.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Trying play action. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Georgia. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Williams will pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's got it on the right. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over.
Now, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Might be changing the route. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely center cut. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Thurman. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Got a man, it's Smith. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen and personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive, designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he makes the catch at the 10. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll try the run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Williams will pass. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. He's got it, first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent.
Brings him to the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooners. The extra point here would tie the game. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you've got to protect. You've got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. He's going up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 19 over LSU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
On the ready. To the line.
Williams looking for a man. Moving out of the pocket. There he goes. Rams him with the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Quarterback making checks.
Okay, break.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there, plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Williams will pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll throw it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting.
Turning it on! Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Sends it downfield. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened. And that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He's in open space downfield. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.